Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free impartial advice on all your debt. This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. It's fight day for some, not for you today. To be honest, the last 2 or 3 weeks, really, for you, have been fucking horrendous, haven't they, really? Like, just the whole Hammer pull-out, which wasn't anyone's fault, obviously, he contracted COVID. And then this week, it's just been a horrendous situation. You find yourself here, in the bubble, in fight camp, on a night that you should have been out fighting Lovejoy. And how do you feel about all this?
Well, you know, a couple of years ago, my head had fell off. I'd gone home and I'd thrown my toys out the pram, but it's out of my control. I can't do anything about it. When I spoke to Jamie Moore in March, he said, Dave, I'd love to train you, but let's do things right. Which is A, training, which is B, maturing a little bit, just overall, really. You know, with even comes down to stuff like social media. I don't do nothing childish no more, really, and just about maturing. I said to Jay, I said yes. So this week it's been a shit show, to be honest, from start to finish. The Hammer stuff wasn't ideal, but no one's fault again. But the Hammer pulls out. It took a week and a half to get Hammer. I was offered Melina, Whack, Dimitrenko. Must have been sent 20 names, and then I got Hammer. Yeah, I've boxed Hammer. Hammer was a hard fight, you know. He was a big favourite. Because I'm not an idiot. I know the crack. It was an hard night, but I said I'll take it. The money wasn't very good, but I said, you know what, I'll take it. Yeah, it's a big chance, and I'm fit, so let's see where I'm at. And then obviously got Corona, and then we're scratching around again. Got sent loads of unbeaten Americans. No one's heard of him, and I'm watching them thinking they're really good. What's the money? Well, it's not worth that. So we dropped on Lovejoy in KUGAN, as you know. I didn't know anything about him at first. I thought he might be good, he might not be good. The truth of the matter is this. I spoke to Chris Lovejoy yesterday. I was a bit immature. I seen his Instagram talking about me. So I went down to him and I said, Chris, because he's from LA. He starts telling me he's from LA. I'm on the streets, I'm a different man. I said, Chris, I'm not a gangster. I'm not a bad bloke at all. But I'll smash your fucking teeth in for free if you're going to talk bollocks to me. I said, be straight with me now. And he said, Dave, I'm not a boxer, I can't box. I'm a hustler. So I looked at him. I went, what do you mean? You can't box. He said, I can't box. He had 21 rounds his whole life. No amateur fights, no nothing. So I looked at him. I touched him on the arm and I said, mate, you're he's fucked me right over, to be honest. I miss out on a lot of money, opportunity to box, everything. Jamie's come down here. The most thing that annoyed me, Jamie's got Martin Murray fighting Billy Joe Saunders in a couple of weeks. He's down here for 2 days. It's a load of bollocks. So Lovejoy, I don't want to stop him from earning a living, yeah? But he's a fraud. To be honest, he's a fraud. Should never box ever again. Should never be allowed to box ever again. I feel sorry for him in a way. But in another way, I think Chris, he's fucked my week up, do you know what I mean? He's not fucked my week up, he's fucked up the last fucking 7 months of my life. Training and cost a fortune and I'm well out of pocket, to be honest, overall. I could have, Usyk asked me to do the full camp at sparring, I said I can't, I'm boxing. So I left the camp after 2 weeks, could have done 4 or 5. So, but we're here. I had an amazing week, really. That aside, been great. So, a newfound maturity has washed over me.
Dave, we don't have to whisper. I didn't want to break your flow of talk, so we can talk a little bit louder, because sometimes you do talk quite quietly, other times you don't. So, is that okay? It's not insensitive by saying that, is it?
When
You're still doing
I talk quiet when I am serious. I'm not being sly, as I don't even know the three fellows in here. Don't even know who they are. But no, I can talk a bit louder if you want. But
just a little bit, yes.
yeah, just I talk a bit quiet. I'm deadly serious about that situation with him. Just such a shame, to be honest. And this is the top and bottom. I said to Ed yesterday. I said, Ed, I'm not going to fucking come out and fucking start slaying everybody. I said, it's not my style. Anyway, Dave, you can say what you want, the truth, say what you want. So I'll tell you exactly what happened. So anyway, after the Lovejoy fight on a Thursday morning, so we'll give it today. So we gave it today. Thursday night I started saying, look, we could possibly get opponents in. Not Alan Babbage, it's in fucking Croatia. You got to do a 24-hour fucking in your room with COVID tests and all this. That's never a possibility. So anyway, they give me a few names. So I said to another fellow at the match room, I said, so what's the crack? Because I'm sat here like a cunt, is what I said. And I am. I sat there all day, weren't I? Like a idiot. I said, just tell me what is going off, please, because I need to know. And they said, well, you can box Saturday. I said, all right, that's good. I said, you can box at 4:30 on Facebook. I said, okay. So what's the money? Give me the money. 6 times less than I was getting for originally. So again I said, okay, so who's the opponent? He said, one of these names. I said, alright. I said, so if I do that, I can box again before the end of the year? No. I said, why would I? I said, well, I'm not boxing then, am I? I said, I'm not a fucking idiot. So anyway, I went to bed Thursday night, I was fucking fuming. I weren't mad actually, I was upset. You know what, I was speaking to the matchroom for that, I cried. I did cry. I said, this is my fucking life. Do you know what I mean? I said, I'm not a fucking millionaire. Do you know what I mean? It's not. It's just. I said, mate. I said, no, I can't not box. I'm not really. I had that fight in February with Darge. The purse was next to nothing. I've not been paid since I boxed David Price. That's 18 months ago nearly. I said to him, I said, mate. I said, I can't. I can't do this. So anyway, I went to the room. I texted Ed. I said, Ed, mate. I said, what is going off? I said, if I'm not going to box for the end of the year, I said, just tell me. And I can do something else. I'll do something else for a bit. You know what I mean? And I seen Ed yesterday. And I give Ed all the credit in the world. He's great with me. And he said to me, Dave, you know what? So I really like you. He said, I really like you, my mate. You're going to box for the end of the year because we owe you one. This is not your fault. And he said, well, make sure you're alright. So that's what happened. I could have boxed tomorrow. I've had loads of messages saying, why didn't you box Hearn Lily? Why didn't you box the cruiserweight from Belgium or Alan Babbage? The Alan Babbage fight was impossible. But the ones that were possible, just leaves me out of pocket. I've got sponsors and stuff. And they're not sponsoring me to be on Facebook at 4:30. The purse I got wouldn't have even covered the money I have to pay back to them. But people don't think about stuff like that. So when people message me, oh, why don't you just fight, Dave? Don't be a dick, just fight. It's like, mate, I'm not fighting. I'm not paying to fight. Which essentially is what I would have done. But I think some of the higher ups sometimes, they don't think about stuff like that. And that's the top and bottom of it. Because people think I'm a fucking millionaire. Fucking nowhere near. I'm never going anywhere near making that in 25 professional fights. So I don't want any sympathy at all. I'm fucking very fortunate. But that's just serious. That's just hopefully highlighting people watching it. It's a hard graft. Doing it. So
today's or this week's pretty much done with for you. Obviously, you're here as just because you're here, basically. But as far as you know, or as far as Eddie's told you, there's a few shows before the end of the year, or hopefully anyway, because of all this lockdown thing. But they're assumed to be 4 shows, 2 in November, 2 in December. So what's the most likely show that you'll land on?
I would guess December 4th, Martin Murray, because Jamie trains Martin, so it would make sense. Logistically, I think Povetkin White, I think, is an option. I don't think the 14th. The 14th is a bit soon as well. Like fight week is a heavyweight. I've not going to make weight, so I literally do next to nothing for the last 7 days. I've done next to nothing. So Monday I go back home, steady away, break myself back in, then it's back to Manchester, and the 14th is 2 weeks away. Do you know what I mean? So the 4th is probably the ideal day. Obviously, the 21st is pay-per-view. So financially, that probably make more sense for me to box on there if I want to make more money. But to be honest, I hope to box on the Murray bill because that works out better for me, Martin, Jamie. So I'll probably go on there because it just makes more sense for the team. Not a team. This is not a team sport. If you offer me mad money for the 21st, I'd go, Jamie, I'm sorry, mate, but I've got to do it. But more than likely it'll be the 4th. I think it makes more sense for everybody.
From a mental state perspective, this must have been difficult for you. I think it was not last night, the night before. I was trying to call you a few times, you didn't want to talk, and you kind of just almost shut yourself away for a period of time while, I don't know, you just wanted to be on your own and kind of just deal with it in your head. So how's that side of things?
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. So a few years ago, I'd have felt like I'd have just gone home. But 28-year-old, I'm not a kid anymore, am I? And it is what it is. Cash for out, fucking night before, was be devastated, you know. It's one of them. I'm gutted about it. Of course, I'm gutted. And 3 days ago, I'm boxing a pumpkin to get in the top 15 in the world. What an opportunity! Do you know what I mean? And now I'm sat here, probably fucking box Christian Hammer. And I'm not a fucking idiot, do you know what I mean? Jesus Christ. I would have been the luckiest man in the world if I'd got the Lovejoy fight, wouldn't I? Knowing what I know now. And now I've said that, I can't even fly back over because everyone knows. But yeah, I'm fine. But the best week ever. Well, I'm not actually. Been a good week though. David A. My hero as a kid. He's like one of my best mates. I think he thinks I'm called Alan. I think he thinks my first name is Alan. But apart from that, we're really good mates. He said to me, if it wasn't for your nose, you're the best looking man in boxing. And I went, cheers, David. Cheers, mate. So, no, you know, it's great. I've got a lot of great friends here, you and other people here, so it's been all right. Just, it's what it is, isn't it? Can't change it, so what's the point in crying about it?
But I think, yeah, it's time, obviously, just to kind of write this one off. You will fight. We know you'll fight at some point between now and December 12th. So, yeah.
You know, you never know, do you? You never know what happens. You never know. I said to Eddie, I said, Ed, you're not going to hear from me, mate, until I see you again. You know, but MTK, I've just said, look, sort it out. Shut me on, so I presume I'm boxing. I hope so. And I reckon I will. But go home, train, something will come up. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. But what's the point? What's the point in getting upset about it? There's no point at all. And like I say, a little cash for Ook. So it is what it is.
Okay, you did tell me originally that you had plans to potentially go and spar with Povetkin. I'm assuming that you probably ain't going to do that now.
Yeah, that's off now. Which is a shame again. But it is what it is. And Lovejoy, people said, oh, David, don't be horrible to Chris Lovejoy. Don't be horrible to him. But I promise you, the money I was getting to spar Povetkin, on top of the money I was getting to fight Saturday, on top of the sponsorship money, is enough money for a lot of people who are watching this to say, I want to fucking kill him. To kill someone. If someone robbed that amount of money off you, you'd be fucking fuming. And that's essentially how you feel at that point. That's essentially how I felt Thursday night, to be honest. But I'm. But what can we do? Can't do anything. So I just. Lovejoy's a fucking fraud, and that's just that. Don't mean I don't like him. I said to him, don't mean I don't like you, Chris. You're just a fucking idiot. I think that they might be my actual words.
I was, well, partial to a lot of the conversations off camera between you and Chris. And listen, look, I heard a lot of the stuff. I think Chris is a nice fellow. I've met him before. When I was in Vegas, I did an interview with him a year ago, whenever it was. But listen, I can understand how you feel, considering what's happened this week. So,
yeah, absolutely. But I'm in here. My heroes. Some of my heroes are in the other room. How can we grumble?
One of your heroes is fucking sat next to you. I mean, how can you grumble?
Where the fuck is it? Me and you last night. Me, you, David A. It was amazing, wasn't it?
I'll be honest with you, I love listening to David A. When David's on one and he's just talking about all random shit.
David A.
He's fucking great. I love it.
David A. is... He should write a book. But with, like, all the little niggly details and the facts. Be amazing. Like I said, he calls me Alan, but... thinks I'm called Alan, but...
I think he thinks your name's Alan David.
I think... You know what? I've been thinking, I thought, you know what, maybe because his name's David, he finds it awkward calling someone else David, which I do, which is why I called him Mr. Hay. Because I'm the only...
didn't think of that.
Because I'm the only David that I know. I don't really want to call anyone else David because it's my name. So if anyone else is called David, I call him Mr. Hay. Well, that's a respect thing as well. But anyone else, I wouldn't call him anything. I'd just call him hello. Hello, mate. Let's just skip the name calling thing. Let's just call each other mate. But yeah, who else is here? That's my hero.
Who's that?
He's not my hero. He gave me his... Me and Yusik, you know what, like... Yusik's my mate. Came up to me, give me his jacket off his back. And that's amazing, isn't it? How can I be sad? It's not an ideal situation. But how can I be sad? I'm living everyone's dream. I've said many times before. From who I am, where I'm from, and whatever else. Bloody hell. How can I grumble? I'd have come here for now anyway. Eddie just rung me and went, hey, do you just want to come to the bubble and just hang around? I'd have gone, yes, sound dead. What's going off? You get me in. Do you know what I mean? If he wants me just to come and not box for all the shows, I'm happy to do that as well. It's amazing. Because yeah, it's just fucking great, isn't it?
Okay, well, we're a few hours from the first fight. I don't know what time it is, probably about 12:30, 1 o'clock. Dave, unless you've got anything else, I appreciate your time. Wanted to interview you before the fight week was over because every interview, there's not even really been interviews, they've been kind of the whole Alan Lovejoy saga. So needed to interview on your own and make sure you're all right. And yeah,
all is good. And I probably had over 5,000 messages in the last 48 hours from people. And I'm not sure if the pay-per-view will do as well now. I said to Ed, Ed, is this pay-per-view going to go ahead, mate? Do you know what I mean? And he says it will. I said, well, but no, in all seriousness, it's amazing. People. I said to you last night. I said David A. David A. went like, do you want to be world champion? I said, David, I got in boxing because I wanted people to like me. And we fucking done it, Cook. Cracked it, mate. And it's amazing. Also, in other news, Danny Morrell will now be trained by Dominic Ingle. Too busy, mate. And I always say, there's certain fighters out there, and I always say, I wish they'd get a proper fucking trainer. And he needs a proper trainer. I think I'll be a good trainer in time, but I'm not a good trainer when I'm training at the other end of the phone. Do you know what I mean? So I said, go and train there. It debuts in 10 days' time, on the 11th on the MTK show. Not my training debut, but I've got the German girl against Ram Rally tonight. Training there, trained yesterday on the pads. Also, Savannah Marshall is going to win the world title tonight. Also, happy birthday to... We're going to do this on Sky after the fight. We'll do it on here. I'm not sure. I think, is it Neve's birthday? Hopefully I've got the right child. My mate's got 3 kids. I think it's Neve's birthday. And if it is, happy birthday to you, Neve. And if it's not, happy birthday, Olivia. If not, happy birthday, Orla. So Lee, if you're watching this, just show the right child, please, and just, yeah. Also, big thanks to Paul, my good mate Paul. He came on board as a sponsor, and we're like best mates now. And a big thanks to all the other sponsors. I wish I had my top on at the tops and that. And that's the only upset. The reason why I'm upset, obviously I wanted to box that, but I'm upset because Paul, Lee, I won't still be boxing if it weren't for them. Do you know what I mean? That's the truth. Signatures and flooring, the best flooring in Yorkshire, if not the world. So yeah, that's my main upset. But hopefully we fight before Christmas. Life goes on. Hope everyone is well. And Michael, I won't say something. I won't say that. Doesn't matter. Because it would be funny, but then I remembered something. I'll tell you after, and you'll laugh. I was going to say something because I thought I saw him out the corner of my eye. Anyway, my friend Michael, yeah, you'll laugh when I tell you. Sure, you know what? I was like Tourette's. Right, that's it. I'm rambling.
Okay. Well, Dave Allen, thank you very much for all your time this week, and hopefully you get oh. Well, I don't know how. Is that accurate? Oh, sorry. Okay. It doesn't matter. Dave Allen, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you very much, mate. Cheers. What the fuck is that?
Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free impartial advice on all your debt.